Hey, what's going on, guys? Ben Nyhart here, Bayou Mortgage Guy, Nation's Lending Mandeville. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about and kind of educate some people on what you can expect to pay at closing, aka your closing costs and prepaids at closing. So on every loan, no matter what loan type you do, whether you have a 0% down payment, 3%, 20%, whatever it may be, there are closing costs that are associated with any loan type that you do. So what can you expect to pay at closing? So there's three different categories we want to talk about on what you can expect to pay at closing. So the first one here we have is lender fees. So lender fees are going to be whatever the particular lender charges to do the loan. It could be origination fees. There's lots of different names for it. So we charge one fee, it's just a flat fee. Other lenders can do, name them pretty names and things like that. But you can expect to pay anywhere from about $1,000 to $2,000 for a lender to do your loan. And the next thing you want to keep in mind is title work. So you will have to get title work done on the house that you're going to be purchasing. So it's going to be things like to make sure there's no liens against the house, no liens against the seller, things like that, to make sure that you're getting a clean title. There's no existing outstanding liens on the house that could arise in the future. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to get make sure there's no liens against the house, and then depending on the purchase price of the house is going to depend on how much your title work is going to cost. Most of your title work will have just your regular fees, what they have to do to process the fees. But then you also have title insurance, which will be based on the loan amount of the house that you're purchasing. So that can vary. On a $200,000 house, you're probably looking at around $2,000, roughly, give or take. And then the last thing is probably the most important thing that people just forget about. So you do have prepaids. So prepaids, and look, that's insurance and taxes. You can read my handwriting. But anyways, insurance and taxes, prepaids, insurance and taxes. So what does that include? That's going to include your homeowner's insurance if you have to have homeowner's insurance, obviously, or if you have flood insurance as well. So that's going to be a full year's worth of homeowner's insurance will be due at closing. Plus, you will have to have reserves, either 2 or 3 months of reserves, meaning that if your homeowner's policy costs $1,200 for the year, you will have to bring $1,200 plus 2 or 3 months of extra or reserves for closing, which means you have to bring an extra $1,500 for your homeowner's insurance to closing. And that also goes for flood insurance if you are in a flood zone. So if you're in a flood zone A and you have to bring, your policy is another $1,200, you have to escrow that as well. So be prepared to pay another $1,500 on top of that if your flood insurance is $1,200 for the year. And then you also have your taxes, depending on what prepaid taxes, depending on what time of the year that you close, will depend on the amount of taxes that will be due at closing. Let's just say you're closing this month in February, you'll have to bring 3 months of reserves or 3 months of prepaid taxes to closing, along with 2 months of reserves as well. So if you're looking at closing costs for an average house about $175,000, you're probably looking somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000 for closing, and that will include your prepaids as well, assuming you're not in a flood zone. So guys, I hope you found this video informing. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can reach me on all the social media sites at Bayou Mortgage Guy, and then also be on the lookout for the podcast that is starting on Monday. First episode will be coming out on Monday, so I hope you guys enjoy that as well. And that is the Believe and Achieve podcast, and I hope you guys can tune into that, and I'll send you more details as I get them. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will talk to you soon.